Tiberius Claudius Caesar. Augustus Germanicus was born on August 1st, 10 AD. He was born to Drusus and Antonia Minor at Lugdunum in Roman Gaul, where his father was stationed as a military legate. He was the first Roman emperor to be born outside of Italy. He was a member of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Claudius was cursed with a limp, a stutter, and slight deafness due to an illness at a young age. He was ostracized by his family and was excluded from public office until his consulship, which was shared with his nephew Caligula in 37 AD. Claudius's infirmity probably saved him from the fate of many other nobles during the purges throughout the reigns of Tiberius and Caligula, as potential enemies did not see him as a serious threat. His survival led to him being declared emperor by the Praetorian Guard after Caligula's assassination, at which point he was the last adult male of his family. Following the assassination of Caligula, the Praetorian Guard, in an effort to keep their jobs, decided to force Claudius into taking on the role as emperor. Although he believed in the Republic, he ruled Rome as emperor from AD 41 to 54. Despite his lack of experience, Claudius was an able and efficient administrator. He expanded the imperial bureaucracy to include freedmen and helped restore the empire's finances after the excesses of Caligula's reign. He was also an ambitious builder, constructing new roads, aqueducts, and canals across the empire. Claudius married 4 times after 2 failed betrothals. The first betrothal was to his distant cousin Aemilia Lepida, but was broken for political reasons. The second was to Livia Medulina Camilla, which ended with Medulina's sudden death on their wedding day. His first wife was Plaudia Urgulanilla, who was the granddaughter of Livia's confidant Urgulania. During their marriage, she gave birth to a son, Claudius Drusus. Drusus died of asphyxiation in his early teens, shortly after becoming engaged to Junilla, daughter of Sejanus. Claudius later divorced Urgulanilla for adultery and on suspicion of murdering her sister-in-law Apronia. Soon after, Claudius married Aelia Paetina, a relative of Sejanus, if not Sejanus's adoptive sister. During their marriage, Claudius and Paetina had a daughter, Claudia Antonia. He later divorced her after the marriage became a political liability. One version suggests that it may have been due to emotional and mental abuse by Paetina. Some years after divorcing Aelia Paetina, in 38 or early 39, Claudius married Valeria Messalina, who was his first cousin once removed and closely allied with Caligula's circle. Shortly thereafter, she gave birth to a daughter, Claudia Octavia. A son, first named Tiberius Claudius Germanicus and later known as Britannicus, was born just after Claudius's accession. This marriage ended in tragedy. The ancient historians allege that Messalina was a nymphomaniac who was regularly unfaithful to Claudius. Tacitus states she went so far as to compete with a prostitute to see who could have more sexual partners in a night and manipulated his policies to amass her personal wealth. In 48, Messalina married her lover Gaius Silius in a public ceremony while Claudius was at Ostia. Sources disagree as to whether or not she divorced the emperor first, and whether the intention was to usurp the throne. Sources state that Claudius was in total ignorance of his wife's behavior until after the new marriage. She was executed for her betrayal. Claudius's final marriage was to his niece Agrippina the Younger. According to Suetonius, Agrippina won out through her feminine wiles. She gradually seized power from Claudius and successfully conspired to eliminate her son's rivals, opening the way for her son Nero to become emperor. Mother and son were said to have an incestuous relationship. Most historians believe it was Agrippina who poisoned Claudius with a mushroom. Her son Nero became emperor as planned. Not long after, Nero had his mother murdered. This short film gives just a taste of the amazing lives of the Caesars of ancient Rome. If you would like to see a more detailed mini-series about this subject, I highly recommend the 1976 BBC production of I, Claudius, available free online.